Yo everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about the Spanish Grand Prix for the 2021 season. And we've just got to congratulate Mercedes, not only because they pulled off a fantastic strategy, but it was just amazing. It was just amazing. They just made the whole race that much more entertaining, I thought. Obviously, Spain isn't renowned for its great races. Obviously, we know it's hard to overtake there, hard to follow, especially in this sort of era of Formula One. But no, brilliant from Mercedes and brilliant from Hamilton as well to close that gap down from 20 seconds. It was just absolutely phenomenal. And obviously, he did it once before in Hungary in 2019. And again, he's done it here once again. And obviously, a lot of people were questioning the strategy because obviously the tyres don't last too well around here. Obviously, the deg is quite high. So everyone was sort of talking about, oh, is it going to be a one-stop? Is it going to be a two-stop? But they managed to make it work with a two-stop at Mercedes, which I thought was brilliant. And then I felt like Max, I do feel a little bit sorry for Max because he didn't really have anything that he could really do. He was controlling the race nicely, and then Mercedes just thought, oh, we'll pop Lewis into the pits, put him on a medium set of tyres, and then just see what you can do. But no, absolutely brilliant for Mercedes. And like I said, it sort of spiced up the race a little bit because I didn't think the race was that bad for the Spanish Grand Prix. I didn't think it was that bad. But yeah, no, I thought it was a great strategy call and one of the best we've seen in a long time. So once again, we'll go team by team. So we'll start off with Mercedes, like I've just touched on. Brilliant strategy today. Absolutely bossed it. Lewis, once again, just in a mind of his own. Obviously hitting 100 poles yesterday in qualifying. Absolutely brilliant. He's just in a world of his own at the moment, and it's just brilliant to see. And obviously, it's the fourth race in a row that him and Verstappen have gone head to head. So it's just fantastic to see, and I just hope this continues because he's absolutely brilliant to watch. Bottas, on the other hand, was a bit meh again. Once again, just had a bad start, fell behind Leclerc, and then sort of struggled to get past him again. Again, obviously the Mercedes isn't very good at following cars, but obviously the way this track isn't the best for following cars anyway. But yeah, no, just an average race from Bottas again. And what the hell was he doing when he was told to let Lewis through? Obviously, Lewis pitted and then was catching up to Bottas, and then Mercedes came over the radio and said, "Oh, can you let Hamilton through? He's on a different strategy. He's racing for the win." And obviously, I don't know if we heard a response from Bottas, but I don't think I heard anything. But everyone obviously thought, "Oh, he's probably going to let him through," and then it just got to the point, and he just didn't. He held him up for a good 4 or 5 laps. So I don't know. 4 or 5 corners. So I don't know if that was intentional or what, but yeah, very, very odd. And then the way Hamilton overtook him, it was pretty risky, I'd say. But yeah, once again, Bottas just doing his usual thing, really, just picking up the podium for Mercedes, and that's all he can do, really. Red Bull, again, like I've touched on with Max, so I felt a little bit sorry for him. He had a good qualifying, I say. Obviously, this is quite a Mercedes track anyway. But yeah, I thought he got quite a good start. Well, he did get a very good start. Got past Lewis, pushed him sort of wide. They came so close to contact into that first corner. It was crazy. And then yeah, just controlled the race. And then, like I said, we had a few pit stops. And then obviously Mercedes decided to do that bold strategy call, which it was so bold, it was crazy. And then yeah, Max couldn't really do anything. Obviously pitted towards the end of the race and went for fastest lap, so he still got an extra point from the Grand Prix, which is something you can ask for. Obviously these points, these little points matter, you know, in these championships now. So it's all to play for. Perez, on the other hand, had a bit of a difficult weekend. Yesterday in qualifying, he only qualified 7th or 8th, I think. Apparently, he said his shoulder was in pain. So that's why he wasn't really feeling himself yesterday. But today, had an all right race. Didn't really do much, I would say. But yeah, there or thereabouts. Like I say, he's still getting some decent points for Red Bull, I think. And that's just what Red Bull want to see. But yeah, no, not a great start from Checo for the start of the season, I'd say. He's there or thereabouts, but I think he needs a little bit more in order for Red Bull to be fully happy with him, because we know what Red Bull are like with their driver changes. So yeah, a little bit average from Perez, but overall another great weekend from Mercedes and Red Bull. So moving on to Ferrari and McLaren. Ferrari had a very strong weekend, it has to be said. They looked a little bit better than McLaren, I'd say, but it's still, that midfield this weekend was insanely close. So yeah, Leclerc finished in 4th and Sainz in 7th. So yeah, a very good strong weekend from them, I'd say. Definitely better than last year. I don't think anything can be as bad as last year for them. And McLaren, yeah, once again, there or thereabouts, picking up double points again for the team. They still sit 3rd in the Constructors as well. And yeah, Ricciardo had a much better weekend as well, it has to be said. Out qualified Norris and also outraced him as well. So he finished in 6th and then Norris in 8th. Yeah, Norris didn't have the best of weekends, it has to be said, compared to the previous 3 races. Yeah, it was a bit not the best from Norris, but either way, still points for McLaren, who was still putting off some good moves and stuff, which was good to see. Alpine as well, they had another good weekend, obviously from the upgrades from last weekend. They had a good weekend. Ocon finished in 9th. Alonso finished in 17th, but I think he had no grip at the end of the race, unfortunately. But apart from Alonso's 17th place, I felt they had a pretty good qualifying overall. Well, a good weekend overall. It was a strange one from AlphaTauri. Once again, they seem to be struggling for pace, and they don't seem to be up there with the likes of Alpine, Ferrari and McLaren. So yeah, Gasly 10th, picking up another point for AlphaTauri, just about. And Yuki Tsunoda retired due to, I'm not sure what the problem was actually. I wasn't sure if it was turbo or engine, but he DNF'd. Aston Martin, again, just a bit of an average weekend for them as well. Didn't really do much. Vettel finished 13th and Stroll 11th, just outside the points. But yeah, no, again, not much to say on them really. Didn't really do anything special in qualifying, and the race they were there or thereabouts with Alfa Romeo, Alpine, and they were having some good battles, I imagine. But yeah, still no points for the team on that front. Alfa Romeo, they looked pretty pacey compared to the previous 2 weekends they've had. Raikkonen finished in 12th and Antonio Giovinazzi finished in 15th ahead of Latifi. Yeah, I think it was a bit of a better weekend for Alfa Romeo. Once again, I felt like the power unit, I think, is better than the downforce on their car. But yeah, they look better than they did in Portugal and Imola. Williams, they were having some quite good battles as well with Haas at the beginning. It was good to see some back markers sort of going 2 and 4th. And yeah, Russell, I'm not really sure what happened to Russell because I saw he was in the points. He was in 10th at one point, and I was like, oh, is he pitted? And then I saw he was holding up this massive train, and then by the time that I looked again, he was down in like 14th place. So I think he was just holding up a bunch of cars, which was a shame because it would have been good to see him get his first points on the board. And then Haas, yeah, once again, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. Yeah, not really much to say on them. Mick Schumacher did out-qualify Latifi, which is obviously good for him. I mean, I think he's starting to find his mojo in that Haas now, and it's good to see. It is good to see. And like I said, he was having a bit of a scrap with Latifi and Russell at the beginning of the race as well. So yeah, that was good to see. And Mazepin, once again, just staying out the way of the cars coming through, really. So that's all I can really say on him. Had a bit of a better weekend, I think. I think he spun once in practice, but I think that was about it. I think that was the only mistakes that he made throughout the weekend. So yeah, no, it was a very good, better weekend from him. And then yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much it. A bit of a quicker one than the previous 2, but yeah, like I said, it's Spain. I'm not a fan of the track on the game or in real life. I feel like it doesn't create any overtaking opportunities. The last sector needs to be changed. Oh, I just want to touch upon as well the new corner they did for, I think it was turn number 10, where they've sort of widened it. Yeah, we still saw some overtaking there, which was good. But yeah, again, that doesn't justify the fact that it's still hard to overtake there. And I feel for them to make the track better, they need to remove that final chicane because it ruins people's runs coming out of the final corner. So yeah, that needs to change. Otherwise, if they're not going to do that, then just get rid of the whole thing, because it's just not good. And like I said, if it wasn't for Mercedes doing that strategy, I think we would have all been sat there about to sleep. So yeah, get rid of Spain or change the final chicane, because it doesn't produce any good whatsoever, especially like I said in these modern Formula 1 cars. But nevertheless, guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let me know in the comments what you thought on the race and your opinions on everything that happened. And I will see you all again in the next one. Take care.